Yo good people, I go by the name Dr. Kasipolo, ukipenda DJ Charles na niko na mzito anaitwa Wamalwa. Ama ukipenda mte? Clinton mazee. Yana so Bill Clinton mwanangu. Za ndani shekhe. Oh wana.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the people who continue to subscribe, people who watch my videos, and people who share and like also. I was supposed to go to swim today, actually to be trained on how to swim, but the weather isn't the best today. So instead I'm going to Nairobi National Museum, and I've been there before, but there wasn't a guide for me, so I couldn't record a video, because if you've watched my videos, I get tired talking for long. I'm not used to talking for long, so I need someone else to help me with the interaction helps me keep talking and talking. So today I'm hoping, I've called, they said I can get a guide, so I think that will help me in this video. Let us watch and see what will happen.
So welcome to Nairobi National Museum. My name is Sharon.
Okay.
So this is the whole of Kenya. In this hall you're going to see the rich cultural heritage that we have as a country. Kenya has 44 tribes, with the Indians from India being the last ones to be added to the group in 2017. So tunaenda kuanzia hapa. The Motonyi. So Motonyi is the headdress for the Maasai people. It was mandatory for the boys to make it before they're circumcised. You know how all the Maasai boys get circumcised? At what age?
I'm not sure about the age.
But you know the normal Kenyan way of circumcising boys? Yes. They do it when you are in
after class 8.
Yeah, when you're a teenager, right?
Yeah.
A baby. Yeah, so it was mandatory for them to make it. They went out to hunt for these beautiful birds over here, plucked their feathers to make it, and this is the national bird.
So a boy had to kill all these birds and then take them.
Yeah.
Okay. This
is the national bird. It's called lilac-breasted roller. Yeah, the color lilac is on the breast.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is the they are called birds. So this is a symbolic representation of the various tribes that we have in Kenya. This is for the, let me show you for the Indians. This is for the Indians. This is for the Indian community. So they come in different shapes, patterns and sizes to show that each tribe is unique in its own way. So the one at the top, the calabash, that's the government of Kenya.
Which particular one? Or the furthest point?
Yeah. So the vertical pole is the government delivering its services to the people of Kenya.
Okay.
The horizontal ones is the upper. Those are the bad practices that we're trying to eliminate.
So the arrangement is symbolic?
Yeah, kinda, yeah. Hivi, alafu hizi zinatoka nje. Those are the bad practices that we're trying to eliminate, such as female genital mutilation, early child marriages, and tribalism. This one is a musical instrument known as the abu. So abu is made from the gourds over there, and they're enjoined at these points using a tree wax. The top part is made out of the antelope horn. So you blow it from the top and the sound exits at the bottom. There's a hole at the bottom.
Can't see it. Okay, I can see it.
Yeah, so it produces the boom sound, hence the name abu.
From which region? Luo.
Yeah. We've used the butterflies to show the beauty in nature. Kenya has over 900 species of butterflies. So these are
how many species?
Over 900 species. Yeah, so these are just some of them. And the one at the center is used to show that this is just a work of art.
Okay.
The monkey skin, this is the Sykes monkey. And the white part is decorated using the skin of the colobus monkey. monarchy, and it was run by leaders in the traditional Kenyan society, especially the leaders from the Kalenjin community.
Okay.
So if you saw President Ruto time he won the election, he had one of these. President Moi used to have one of these, but due to conservation purposes, they've stopped hunting for the monkeys to make the cloth. So they do just pass it on from one leader to another.
Okay.
This is Siwa. So Siwa is the horn grown from the center here. It is made out of ivory from the elephant. And this specific piece was made in 1688 and it belongs to the Swahili
1688?
people. Yeah, over 300 years old. And it belongs to the Swahili people. You know how the Swahili people came into existence?
Yeah.
Due to intermarriage between Arabs and Kenyans at the coast.
Okay.
These ones are kiondos. So communities such as the Kamba, when a lady is getting married, your mom is supposed to make one of these for you as a symbol that she's blessed you to go into your new marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, and whenever you cook food and you want it to remain warm, you place it inside and then you cover it with the lid. So the black surface retains the heat within the food and it's keeping it warm. These ones can be used as a laundry basket and for storage, and these are processed for women. Tibet.
Okay. Kiondo.
Yeah, we can go to this part. One of the money as a gold. This edition, numismatic means the study of currency. It means numismatic.
Okay.
It means the study of currency. So in this hall, you're going to see how currency has evolved from the first one that we ever used to the present one.
Okay.
So in the past, we used to have barter trade, which is the exchange of goods for goods, until the Arabs came and introduced money as a form of payment. So the first money to ever be used in Kenya is this one.
Maria Teresa.
Yeah, Maria Teresa Tala, famously known as the trade coin, and it was brought during the Indian Ocean trade in the 1800s by the Arabs, and then the Mombasa rupee was used around the Mombasa region, and the value of the money depended on the size. So the smaller the coin, the smaller the value, as you can see.
Okay.
The larger the coin, the larger the value of the money. And then you have the British Indian rupee. With the Indians, did you know that the Indians were the ones who built our railway?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so after they were done with the building, Kenya was colonized by the British. So they used the British Indian rupee to pay those workers because those workers were conversant to the rupee denomination.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Kenya and Uganda were under British protectorates. This is the original map of Kenya. So we extended the boundaries to touch the shores of Lake Victoria in 1902. And
so we invaded Uganda.
Kind of, you can say that. We took that from them. So the East Africa Protectorate coin were used within Uganda and Kenya, which were under the British Protectorate.
Okay.
And it was during the reigns of King Edward VII and King George V. We see an introduction of a hole at the center of the coin. The reason why they did that is because Kenyans used to dress in clothes made out of animal skin, and the clothes were pocketless. Okay. So it was easier for them to lose the money. So they made a hole at the center of the coin and then passed a wire through it like that and hung it around their necks for storage. So from this period over here, now Kenya becomes a British colony. So these were the currencies that were being used in the British colony. On the other side, it is a protectorate. Kenya became a protectorate of the British in 1895 and then a colony in 1920. So King George V, these were the currencies that were being used within the colony. You know the difference between a colony and a protectorate?
What's the difference between a colony and a
protectorate? If you want something, wacha hata niseme tu kwa Kiswahili.
Okay.
Unataka kitu useme hii ni kitu yangu, but watu wako wanajua tu hii ni kitu yangu. But colony sasa useme hii ni kitu yangu alafu implement like ikue under your control, total control and everything.
So in short, a colony you own it
completely, but protectorate umedeclare tu mtu asicheze na hiyo area, that's my place. Yeah. And then King Edward VIII and King George VI were the sons to King George V. So you normally inherit the throne according to your birth, right? It automatically goes to the first son or the first daughter. So he was the first son to King George V. So he only reigned for 326 days because he got married to a divorcee, and that was against the norms and traditions of the monarch. He was supposed to marry someone who's never been married before and someone who's a virgin. So he was told to choose between love or the throne, and guess what he did?
He chose love.
He chose love. So he had to abdicate the throne and leave it for his younger brother, who now becomes the father to Queen Elizabeth. So had this guy not stepped down, Queen Elizabeth, King Charles, that side of the family would have never been in power.
Okay.
So he chose love and attention till death. They died, and that is his story.
But they were still protected by the monarch.
Yes, they were still protected, but he was no longer. And then Queen Elizabeth II is the longest reigning monarch for a period of 73 years. She was named queen while she was in Kenya. When her father died, she was in Kenya in Nyeri, Treetops Hotel. Yeah, so that's where she was still coronated, but she was given the blessings by the elders who were here side. So these were the currencies that were being used during her reign.
In Kenya?
Yeah. All these were being used in Kenya.
Until when?
Until maybe 1950s.
Until independence?
No, until independence. Until 1961 we'll go. Yeah. And then we have now the independence currencies on the other side. So these were the only currencies that did not have any face of the monarch. You can see there's Queen Elizabeth on the front part, King George. This one just at the Dhow, the boat on Lake Victoria. And this is the sculpture for our first president, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, and that's the Kenyan flag.
Okay. Well noted.
These are now the currencies that we've used since independence now, after independence. Mzee Jomo Kenyatta was the first Kenyan president. His highest denomination was this 100 shilling. Due to inflation rate, the value of this 100 shilling is equivalent to the current 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah. And then our second president was the longest serving for a period of 24 years. His highest denomination became the 500 shilling note. So it's equivalent to the current 1,000. And then Mwai Kibaki never had his face on the notes, but he had this 40 shilling coin to celebrate 40 years since independence. The circulation of the Moi and the Kenyatta notes was still ongoing, with the highest being 1,000 for Moi and 1,000 for Jomo Kenyatta.
Okay. Are these real money? Okay.
Specimen. And these are the current currencies that we're using right now. They decided to do away with the faces of specific individuals, and they adopted themes such as tourism, agriculture, green energy. You can see the theme for the coin is wildlife.
But the 500 note has the Jomo Kenyatta statue.
Which one?
Each
one and each of them. You can see even the 100.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a national monument. That's how they argue it. It's not him, but he's still there. All of them have got him, apart from I think the 500.
Okay.
Even the 500, yeah, all of them have got Jomo Kenyatta statues at the front.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So in the history of banking, the first bank to ever exist in Kenya was the Bank of India. This one. That was the first bank ever. The first branch was opened in Zanzibar in 1892, and then in 1896 they moved their branch to Mombasa. And then in 1904, they moved to Nairobi. They also went to Archive for a while in 1939, and now the current branch is in Kenyatta Avenue. That was the first bank to ever been used in Kenya. And then ATM was introduced in Kenya in 1989.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nice.
And then, in this part, this is all about trading. Because of trading, the Arabs came to the East African coast as a result of trading, right? So they came in and introduced the Islamic religion. So Islam was spread in Kenya as early as the 5th century.
5th century?
Yes. Christianity, yes. Christianity is still a new thing to Kenyans. It came towards the end of the 19th century. So it came almost 14 centuries after Islam.
And why did Christianity spread more or faster than Islam?
Due to the influence of the British, they're the ones who colonized Kenya. Yeah. And then when the Indians came as the builders of the railway, they started practicing their religion, Hinduism. This is now the Indian Ocean trade, where we see slavery beginning in Kenya. This guy known as Tipu Tip. He's a renowned slave trader. He used to capture Kenyans and then take them to Shimoni Cave.
From which country?
Arab, is an Oman Arab. That's Oman.
But he
Oman
looks
is
black.
Yeah, the mother was black, the dad was an Arab.
Okay.
Yeah, so he used to capture them and then take them to Shimoni Caves. It's on South Coast, from where they'll be transported to various farms to work as slaves.
South Coast Kenya.
Yeah.
Okay.
The main commodity for trade between Arabs and Kenyans was slaves and ivory.
What about this sword?
Those are some of the things that the Arabs brought to the
trade.
Kenyan coast, due to the trade.
Okay.
And then we have the early inland trade, where these are now the barter trade era, where places such as Kisumu Market came into existence as a result of barter trade. And these are some of the commodities that they exchanged in the barter trade.
Okay.
In the inland trade, we had those communities that acted as brokers, such as the Kambas from Kenya, the Nyamwezis, the Yaos from Tanzania. So they brought goods from the Kenyan coast and the Tanzanian coast, and took them to the interior part of Kenya and Tanzania. The long distance traders, you've heard about them.
Yeah.
So these are still some of the commodities here.
At the entrance.
You didn't find anyone? So these are some of the commodities that they traded in the barter trade. So maybe you have this.
These are beads.
Kama millet is
Okay.
And you wanted the gold so you could exchange them. That's how the trading came into being.
And how did they measure value?
They didn't. So that's why the Arabs came and saw that it was someone, kuna mwenye alikuwa anaumia. So they introduced money as a standardized way for payment of the goods and services they received.
Okay, nice. Turkana. Okay.
Do you believe in evolution?
Evolution?
Yeah.
No. But
You don't?
no.
Kwani unaamini nini wewe?
God. Naamini God.
Unaamini God?
Yeah.
Okay. So here the museum is in Charles Darwin's evolution theory.
Evolution has so many holes.
I know. But listen to us. We believe that humanity's journey began in Africa.
Okay.
Kenya, to be specific, the northern part of Kenya that borders Ethiopia is where
Turkana.
everyone came from. Yeah, Turkana region is where everyone came from. So the earliest ancestors of human beings were these ones. They were the Australopithecus. Their arms were longer than their limbs, so they used to swim from one tree to another. But then over time they started walking. Lucy over here, you've heard about Lucy. Lucy is
No, I'm not.
People travel from everywhere to come and see Lucy. So Lucy is important in the study of evolution because she was the first one to start walking on her 2 feet. Yes, and that's how she looked like. She got the name Lucy from a famous band in the UK, the Beatles.
Okay.
They have a song that's called Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. That's how she got her name Lucy.
Okay.
These are just evidences of bipedalism in the past.
How do you know these are the real footsteps?
No, you have even two.
Okay,
But
replica.
the real one is in Tanzania.
Okay.
Yeah. And then these are various skulls of various types of Australopithecus that were found over time. This is now the early storage period, where we have two types of hominids coming into existence. We have the Homo habilis and the Homo nalediensis. So these two, this one almost disputed the whole evolution theory. When they found it, they believed that it was the oldest, even older than the Australopithecus. It had a bigger brain capacity to them. So that would have made it to look like we evolved backwards instead of forward.
Forward, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So after so much arguments, they came to a unanimous decision that the Homo nalediensis and the Homo habilis lived during the same time frame. But due to natural selection, these were the weaker ones, so they got wiped out. And the Homo habilis survived. Stop laughing.
That sounds like a cartoon story.
So these are the Homo habilis who survived. There was a change in climate. That's an indication that the kind of food that the Homo habilis were feeding on was dried up food.
Okay.
That's why you've seen their mouth is more protruded like that, because they had big teeth to crush the hard nuts. And they're the first ones to make and use stone tools, known as the older one tools. These are the tools that they made. Will you find your history?
Nah. From 1, from 2.
All right. These are the Homo erectus, the upright men. So the Homo erectus now started spreading out to various parts of the world. Okay.
I'm allowed to.
So the Homo erectus now started spreading out to various parts of the world. They went to Georgia, they went to China, and they went to Indonesia.
From Africa?
Yeah, from Kenya actually, no.
From Kenya to Georgia?
Right. Then of course about the Pangaea, the splitting of the continent and drifting. So ilifanya some of them, wakati ilikuwa na split, maybe ilikupata the other side and that's how you drift. Ushaijaribu kumachisha map ya South America na the western part of Africa, unaona ina fit vizuri.
I've never done that.
So maybe by the time it was splitting, the other people on the other side. So even
but what if the map is made up?
Come on. So they had division of labor. The women took care of the children while the men went out to hunt. They ate raw meat.
The women were the hunters?
The women took care of the children.
Okay.
Men went out to hunt. But they ate raw meat. But they're the ones who invented fire. So fire for them, yeah. Fire for them was used for protection from the wild animals and to keep themselves warm. They made the Chilean tools. Those ones made the older one tools. So Churukanaboy over here is one example of Homo erectus was found in Kenya, and that's how it looked like. Churukanaboy. So in between the Homo erectus and the Homo sapiens, we have these ones: the Homo neanderthals, the Homo helmei, and the Homo heidelbergensis. These ones. So these ones, they died out when natural selection happened. They were the weaker ones, so they were swept out. They didn't survive. So you see a change in the structure of the skulls as you move this way. This is for the Homo sapien and this is for us human beings. You can see the change in the structure of the forehead. So over time their forehead began getting rounded at the top. You've heard about a joke that people normally say that tell me you're East African without telling me you're East African.
Because of the forehead? Good.
So people say that definitely the earliest human beings came from East Africa because of these features.
The Kikuyus?
Yeah. So
what
the
are
Homo
these?
sapiens, those are the tools that they made. We are going to talk about them. So the Homo sapiens started living in permanent residence and walianza mambo na mambo boma yangu, watoto wangu. Yeah. So it started with them. Specialization began with them. Others became fishermen, others became farmers, others became traders. So the traders used the ostrich eggshell beads to act as money for them. They practiced pottery. They made the microlithic tools and used the bone harpoons for fishing. We see cultural evolution with them when they began burying their dead with their belongings because they believed in life after death. So we can assume that some kind of religion also developed. So this is towards the end of the Stone Age and the beginning of the Iron Age, and it's about 160.
So how did that belief develop? Just like that?
Just like that, they believed in the existence of someone who was superior than them. Walikuwa na feel they were not alone in the
So they themselves don't believe in the theory that we subject them to, the Darwin's theory? Okay.
Yeah, it
so
can be true, yeah.
See?
I don't know.
You see?
So this is towards the end of the Stone Age and the beginning of the Iron Age, and it's about 160,000 years ago. Bones tailoring, because we've talked about them through just to have a look at the bones that we have on this piece. The basic comparison between the skeletons of the chimps and the human beings. Our DNA is 96%.
To what is the name?
Human beings and
chimpanzees.
96% similar. You have a YouTube channel and you're post.
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel.
Ukamwa leo feed watu content here.
I'm telling you. What about this?
Usually cradle and you explain. We started from the Australopithecus to the Homo habilis, now Homo erectus.
Okay. Sharon.
Yes. So these are the fossil bones that we discovered in
Don't leave me here high and dry.
Alafu ukija kuangalia how they look like in real life hapa. and the Homo sapiens.
So these are more advanced than some of the.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think they've killed something.
Yeah. These ones began with everything. Some of them became hunters, others became farmers. Everything began with them.
These ones were poachers, criminals.
And then you can go have a look at the animals.
You're giving me wind and rain.
Then upstairs.
You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby.
So this is the whole of mammals.
Okay.
The animals in these sections, these ones are omnivorous, just like human beings.
Oh, they eat everything like us. Okay. Maybe that's why 96% DNA thing, whatever.
Okay, so some of these animals are so funny, like the baboons. The baboons, there was a guest alikuwa ananiambia, she went to sijui ilikuwa museum garden, not museum park, and then she saw the baboon, and then the baboon yeye ilikuwa time yao ya mating, so ati anaweza smell the pheromones from any female or any species. So
Anywhere around.
When the baboon aliona the female akaanza kumasturbate akimwangalia, like yeah, wananyonga vibaya sana.
Yeah.
And then the honey badger, this one the skin is very strong. Not even a bee sting or a snake bite or even a spear can penetrate through the skin.
That's why it kills snake.
It kills everything. They fight
Everything.
And
Even the lion.
Okay, not killing but fighting. They
Oh,
fight
fighting.
off everyone. They're not afraid of anyone because they don't have predators. These ones. Sana chokoza tu kila mtu.
Okay.
These ones are carnivorous.
Ini fisi.
And then the leopard is over there. In this section, you're going to see how various animals defend themselves whenever they sense danger. So the pangolin, some people believe that corona came from the pangolin. Whenever they sense danger, they roll into a tight ball and then they use their tails for defense. The spiny mouse ni kadudu manyoa, akona spike ifanye inabaki kwa mwili. Crested porcupine, this one they have the spikes for defense, and then the African hedgehog rolls into a ball.
So a porcupine is this big?
Yeah. And the spikes they regenerate like if you get it
Immediately?
No.
Okay. And are they poisonous, these spikes?
Yes. Unaweza paralyze mtu. Like kuna effect
Like one spike can paralyze your whole body?
No. It's quite a number. But ziko na
Okay.
And the ones at the top they use their horns for defense.
So
That's
a buffalo, obviously. What? Which one?
The second one.
The second one. What about the third one?
Greater Pudu.
Huh?
Greater Pudu.
Okay.
Hapo ile ni
Bongo. So impala huwa gani?
Ile pale.
The smaller one.
Yeah.
Okay. But they are in the same family.
Yeah, the same family.
Even the buffalo, right?
Yeah. Not the buffalo. So
Oh, just okay.
in this section, the buffalo is different.
Okay. Because they all look like
The same.
yeah. But the buffalo can easily be distinguished from the rest. Okay.
And these ones they use the chemical defense of the striped weasel in a shooter, like that. And the fat can smell up to a radius of 1 meter. And then the crested rat exaggerates the size to look bigger than the actual size. That's how they defend themselves from danger.
So inajifurisha, it pumps. Okay.
Wenye paka wanafanya hivyo.
Okay. About the weasel, after it farts, is that smell acidic or what? That gas acidic?
Of course.
Okay.
Inanuka kama methane hivi, hata sijui kama umeexplain hivyo.
So it can.
Okay, sio acidic yenye inaweza kumwagikia kuham, but to your smell ni repellent kama sulfur ile ya high school tu keep away, but haiwezi kuham. And this is the centerpiece. So we have the Maasai giraffe, the tallest giraffe.
Why the name Maasai giraffe?
Mbona ilinunua Maasai giraffe?
Yes.
Jina tu ilipewa tu kwa sababu ya height yake maybe.
But all giraffes in the world are tall.
No.
All giraffes in the world are tall.
Have you ever gone to
Giraffe Center? Yes.
Kuna Rothschild. Rothschild is the shortest. Rothschild giraffe.
Okay.
So that's the shortest, and then Maasai is the tallest giraffe. And then tuko na Okapi hapa. Okapi ni mixture of giraffe, horse na zebra.
Giraffe, horse na zebra.
Yeah.
So wait. So a giraffe
at one point we met na hiyo, and then the result ikamet na hiyo, and then this is what the end result for that.
Ew.
Not ew, it's beautiful.
It's not. What about a mule?
Mule ni mixture of horse na donkey.
Okay. Let's be busy, please. I want to make this video.
Okay. This is the skeleton for the elephant with the name of Ahmed. So Ahmed was famous for the long tusks, as you can see. He's the only elephant in Kenya who's ever been granted personal protection against the tortoise. Because of the long tusk, everyone wanted to kill him for the tusk. So he died in the year 1974 at the age of 55 due to natural process, and this is his final resting place.
You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me high and dry.
Various animals like the These are swimmers in this section. So the hippo is #1 killer animal in Africa, responsible for 500 deaths annually.
#1 killer in Africa?
Yeah.
Wow.
It is very territorial and they're herbivorous. The most funny thing about it. So they just stomp on someone and then they leave the body there. That's what they do.
That's stupid.
Yeah, they only come out
Selfish.
at night to feed, and then their mouths can open up to 180 degrees. Their milk is pinkish in color. They have,
Milk?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have natural buoyancy because of the shape of their body. It enables them to float easily in water. And then you
Oh,
have
that's it. They're good swimmers.
yeah. And then you have the dolphins, and that's how human beings copy them while swimming. I hope you knew that the dolphins are mammals.
Yeah, dolphins are mammals.
Unasema kwa sababu ni mammals. These are still swimmers, so we have the rat and the otter. They have the webbed feet like the duck to enable them to swim in water, and their hair is oily to enable them to dry faster whenever they come out of the water. They feed on small water animals, small water fish, crabs and insects, and they're found in marshy areas like those ones.
Swamps.
Yeah. These ones they move by digging, so we have the antler, the anteater. They have long sticky tongues because they feed on insects. They have the sharp claws to enable them to dig underground.
They kind of look like the animal we saw there that rolls itself.
Oh, the pangolin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then the naked mole rats, they normally live in colonies like the bees. They are normally blind. They have very strong incisors to enable them to dig underground. And that's how human beings copy them, by digging the tunnel underground. And their body has got a very strong immune system, by the way. Wakipata any infection inajifight yenyewe wana heal. So wako under experiment, wanajaribu kuangalia kama inaweza kuwa hata maybe vaccine ya kitu.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the spring hair in a hope like the kangaroo, a small kangaroo, but still kangaroo.
But the legs, the way the legs are set up,
Yeah.
it seems like a kangaroo.
The cliff springers, these ones are normally found in rocky areas. That's why you see they have the rubbery hoofs. And then the cheetah is the fastest
So
animal on
those
land.
rubbery heels are,
To enable them from sleeping to slide.
and they are natural.
Yeah, natural.
Okay.
And then the cheetah is the fastest animal on land with a speed of 110 kilometers.
What about the
per
ostrich?
hour. The ostrich is gonna 70 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
He's gonna 110 kilometers per hour. The front legs are longer than the hind legs to enable them to make bigger strides when running. They have the tear mark on the face, even when they differentiate on a leopard.
Actually, even the body structure.
Yeah. These ones are climbers. They use their claws, their bare hands, and their tails as support. Kaushai jaribu kitu inaitwa civet coffee.
No.
So ni coffee imetengenezwa kutoka kwa pupu ya the African palm civet.
Okay.
So that's the animal. The bats are the only flying mammals. Tuko na vampire bats na fruit bats. Vampires zina feed on blood, the fruit bats zina feed on mostly fig fruits.
Blood from
Anything, hata humans. Bora tu apate ananyonya.
akikupata anakuuma.
Si anakuuma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the flying squirrel doesn't actually fly. It climbs up a tree and then it glides down. That's how human beings copy them, by paragliding.
I've seen it. I've seen that.
Mountain gorilla, Kenya.
Why?
Why? Because they're found in the thick rainy forests in Kenya. Kenya is mostly covered in savanna.
But in Congo, what about Congo?
Congo now, Burundi, Konao, and Rwanda. So the people from Congo eat them. That's why some people believe that Ebola virus ilitoka. They're very strong. One slap from them and it's a crack skull yako into half. They're very territorial here. So they mark their territories by standing on their 2 feet and then they beat their chest like they say. It's a form of communication. The scars for the elephants.
Too big.
These ones are herbivorous. We have the warthog and the bush pig. So the warthog is the most forgetful animal in the wilderness. It forgets in a span of less than 45 seconds. Ni ukweli. Pumba. Si Pumba from the Lion King. It comes from the word Pumba.
Oh.
And then the bush pig, they normally feed with their knees bent like this because they have very short necks.
Okay.
And then the forest dog is the ancestor to all pigs. The forest dog is the ancestor to all pigs. They normally fight using their foreheads. Easy. Show my leader. So we'll finish with the birds. The birds. Wakenya tunalenga wazungu. What?
So we are finishing now with the birds.
Which one do you prefer?
However you want. Birds. Birds. No, ni bird. Ndege.
No, you mean bat? Ukiambia bird, sawa unafikiria ni bat. Alafu nafika nakwambia, you mean birds?
Oh, the foreigners.
Birds.
Birds.
For the exhibition for the V5.
Something is burning. Ooh.
There's something you're working
Under construction.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly.
Lion, elephant,
Cheetah.
rhino, buffalo, and leopard. So these are their skeletons. You know the difference between the black and the white rhinos?
Yes. The color.
Oh no.
The color.
No.
What's the difference?
Huh?
What's the difference?
Ati color.
It's the color.
Zinafanana. So the difference comes in shape of the mouth. Angalia hii hapa. Ile ni white rhino.
Hii ni white rhino.
Hiyo ni white. Hii
Why?
ni black.
So difference ni gani?
Unaangalia hapa like the shape of the mouth. So for the white rhino, the mouth ni hivi wide. Like white ilifaa kupronouncewa wide and then someone mispronounced it as white, but it is not the color. So the wide mouth hapa wana feed on grass chini. The black one mdomo yake ni hivi, sharp hivi, alafu yeye ana browse, anakula vegetation za juu.
Kuna white rhino white too.
Yes, I've seen a white like.
Aki nionyesheni, aki ya
Kuna tu.
Thank you.
Hadi kuna white lion.
What?
Yeah, I've seen white lion, but not in Kenya.
This aspect yenye tunaongelelea.
Rhino, yes, like a white rhino.
Literally white.
In I think not Nyahururu. Nanyuki, I think.
Easy up. See me white.
Okay,
This
let's
is
say
white.
white, what I'm saying. But only what ni yenye tunaongelelea, but watu wakisema white white.
Oh, they mean white.
Yeah,
White man.
That's what I'm talking about. It's not the color.
Mama majaribu kuiforce kwa white.
Hata si white.
Ndio nasema hapa kwa hizo mafoto wanajaribu
But
kuiforce.
even the venye nakaa.
Wanazipiga Photoshop.
Yeah. I said exactly.
So that's a white rhino and this is a black rhino.
Okay.
Kama uliwaisikia kuhusu karanja, mimi karanja hapa mbele. Ulisikia kuhusu karanja?
No.
Karanja.
The only Karanza I know.
Kuna hii
Hata skari yao, si unaona venye inakaa skari
imeenda
yao
juu, ingine
na ingine
iko
iko chini.
Okay.
Okay.
So these are the endangered species in Kenya. So colobus monkey nakumbuka nilikuwa natumika kutengeneza ile clock tuliona huko chini. High roller, wild dogs. Unaona black and white. Zinafanana tu. Yeah, so those are the endangered species in Kenya. Alafu tumemaliza. Hiyo ndio wanatengeneza kwenye exhibition for this, but bado hawajai commission so we can't get it.
Ndio iko na nyoka.
Iko nje.
Sasa nitoke nje.
Ukishuka tu chini.
Okay. Thanks.
So tuende kwa the next one.
Okay.
This is the cycles of life. So in this one, you're going to see how Kenyans used to live in their traditional society.